Okay, you're live.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. I
Morning.
now call to order the committee meeting of the Governance Committee of the Alabama State University Board of Trustees. We'll have the invocation by Trustee McKenzie.
Thank you, Chair Edwards. May we bow for a moment of prayer, please. Father God, we come to you this morning with bowed heads and humble hearts. God, giving you all the praise and glory for the many blessings in our lives. God, we thank you for your continued protection of us. God, we ask you to be in the midst of this meeting so that we are sure that we are doing what is good and pleasing in your sight. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trustee McKenzie. It looks like I'm getting.
Yeah, we got a little feedback, Trustee Edwards.
One. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna- Okay. here we go. President Ross, will you please establish a quorum?
Sure, Madam Chairwoman. Chairwoman Edwards,
Here.
Trustee Bracy, Trustee Dillard, Trustee
Here.
McKenzie, Trustee Wood.
Here,
Do we
McKenzie.
have a quorum?
Mackenzie is here.
Okay. Trustee Bracy?
And Dillard is here.
Yes, you do. Yes, you have a quorum.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved and properly second that we adopt the agenda. Any questions? Hearing none, the motion is carried. A roll call vote, please.
Trustee Edwards?
Yes.
Chairman Edwards, Trustee Bracy, Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Trustee McKenzie,
Yes.
Trustee Wood. Motion carries. Madam Chair.
Thank you. We have two action items, the first being the substantive change policy modifications. Is there a motion?
I move the adoption of the substantive change modification policy.
Thank you. Any second?
Second.
Thank you. It has been moved and properly second that we adopt the substantive change policy modifications. Any questions? Roll call vote, please.
Chairwoman Edwards,
Yes.
Trustee Bracy, Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Trustee McKenzie,
Yes.
Trustee Wood. Motion carries, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you. The next action item is the student handbook. Approval of the handbook. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we approve the student handbook as it's written. I think there were some changes that we've already made to it, so we all should have those changes.
Is there a second?
Second, I have a question.
Okay. Trustee McKenzie?
Thank you. Chair Edwards, I would like to have the owner of the policy, I think this would be Dr. Swoop, if that's in order, to just give us a high-level background, somewhat of an executive overview of the nature of the changes and the spirit behind the changes, even the process that was used to make the appropriate changes. Because what we have is highlighted in yellow that identifies the changes that are being made, and I think some of those are significant, and just want to be able to have those shared.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Swoop.
Are you all seeing the screen? Good morning, everyone.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, thank
All
you.
right, I'm gonna try to put it in presentation mode. Can't seem to, there it goes. Everyone sees the presentation, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me move down. And so just a little bit of background, the current student handbook has not been approved since, was approved in 2019. So you can see that that's 6 years since last updates. And so we know a lot has gone on from 2019 to the present. And so one of the ideas is moving forward is to annually review this document and provide updates to the student handbook and hopefully make it a consistent action item for the May is the board trustees committee meeting, in which I identified would be an ideal time to revisit the student handbook. So a committee was created that consists of several people from throughout the different units on the campus. They had the opportunity to review their sections and provide updates. Then after that, I took a deeper dive to just kind of really identify what areas were truly missing from the handbook, researching some previous versions of handbooks and things of that nature. And then again, it was reviewed and agreed upon to move forward. And so as you can see, in terms of new sections, just an introductory level from the VP of Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, a table of contents, which we did not have in this current handbook to make it easier for the reader, an organizational chart. So when our students read this document, they can fully understand the organizational structure of the university. Financial aid information was not included in the previous version of the student handbook. We've just identified a gold standard in terms of our customer service. So we want to share that with the students so they can know what our expectations of ourselves are with respect to customer service. And the list goes on. I don't have to go through the entire list, but if you do have some specific questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions about the new sections and contents. And then when we talk about the sections updated, you can see just, again, revisiting that history of Alabama State University, that mission and that vision. If you looked at the old strategic plan, but if you look at the old student handbook, it was outdated because we are currently operating under a new strategic plan, Focus 2030. And so each year we revisit that mission and that vision, and we just wanted to make sure that that was consistent with the updated strategic plan. And then just going through, university accommodation and inclusion statement, we're unable to use the word diversity, so we've updated that. The student services areas, locations have changed over time, and just things of that nature. And so if you have some specific questions, I'll be more than happy to go into further detail. But again, it was just a deep dive and just updating the handbook, which was much needed.
Trustee McKenzie,
Madam-
do you have any further questions? Does that answer your concern?
No, it really wasn't a concern. I just wanted to be on the record for why we went through such the effort and give Dr. Swoop the opportunity to share with us exactly what she shared. I did have a very specific question, and I cannot find the section. It would not make me oppose the handbook whatsoever. So Dr. Swoop, I will find it, but it was relating to the inclusivity section, and there was significant emphasis put on the word all, that all students would be included. It was bolded and italicized and underlined. And I was just really curious, why was there a need to make such an emphasis in that area? But I can't put my hands on it right now. So that was the genesis of my question.
Okay, I will look back at that. I can provide that explanation to you offline. And if a minor adjustment is needed, I'll be more than happy to do so.
Yeah, and I don't think it will be.
Okay.
But Madam Chair, having a motion on the floor, I call the question to move the item.
Okay. Any further questions? Okay, the motion has been moved, made and properly second. Roll call vote, please.
Chairwoman Edwards,
Yes.
Trustee Bracey, Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes,
Trustee McKenzie,
Yes.
Trustee Witt.
Okay, the student handbook has been approved.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I would just like to commend Dr. Swoop and her entire team on updating that student handbook, which, as she just mentioned, has been outdated for some years. going through that entire handbook, I really enjoyed going through it. It's the Bible for our students. So we don't take for granted the effort and time that they put to get that updated, and then to continue, as she mentioned, to update it yearly so that our students have no question about what they should do, any information available. I think it's a real good Bible for our students.
So thank you, Dr. Swoop and your team. It is certainly very thorough. I don't know that there are any unanswered questions in that handbook. So thank you to you and your team for all the work that you all put in to making that happen.
Thank you so much. And I would definitely share that with the team and the committee.
Thank you. Those are our action items. We do have some items for information. The first being the update on the Carnegie Classification Community Engagement. And I think that is that you, Dr. Is that Dr. Petty? Or who's going to give that? Mr. President?
Is this on the Carnegie classifications? It
Yes.
should be Dr. Petty.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were going straight to public. Good morning, everyone. The university is currently in the process of submitting a application to Carnegie to extend our classification. It's called community classification. As you know, in Focus 2030, there's one of our anchors. Anchor number 4 is on communiversity. And with all of the progress that we've made, we see fit that the university has a good chance of getting this additional classification. The deadline is on April the 21st. I've been reviewing the final draft of the application, hoping to submit it at the first of the week, and hopefully we'll get good news in November when they make their selections for universities across the country.
Thank you, Dr. Petty. Mr. President, is there anything else you want to add?
No, besides the fact that we talk about classifications. I know, Dr. Petty, we will be getting an announcement soon. Will they release?
Absolutely. They're supposed to release, they've revised the standings of the Carnegie classification system. And so right now we are considered as a research university. And so the standing of like the size of the university, that's to come at the end of the month.
We were prior to research, we were considered.
So we were medium-sized research institution, and it is based off of the expenditures for the federal funding that we received. And so again, we wait to see what the standing is in the new setup of the system.
Any other
Thank you.
questions from any other committee members?
Trustee Edwards?
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Petty, I have a question on the classification we received. Where does that put us as far as, R1, R2 status? How far are we from getting that, and what's the process of what we need to do in order to obtain that kind of status at the university?
Thank you for that question. Basically, we're not at the level of R1 and R2. And again, it is dependent upon the expenditures from the federal funding that we receive. And so right now, previously, like I said, we were medium. So it was maybe like 2 steps away from maybe an R1. And so, again, we continue to progress, work alongside the Office of Academic Affairs and our faculty members to get us where we want to be.
Thank you.
Chairwoman Edwards, if I may.
Yes, Mr. President.
And Chairwoman Dillard, of course, also considering that as the number of doctoral degrees that we confer here at the university, but we are making progress in that direction. But when it comes down to expenditures, I did have a chance to spend some time with one of my colleagues that have reached that R1 status and then R2 status. And the one thing that we have to go back and do is look at the expenditures that we have made, because what they said was that sometimes we don't count everything that we should count. And so we should go back and kind of review, because we may be further along than what we think, particularly in the expenditure category. And so the doctoral part, I think, will come as we've added another doctoral program. And so as we see that, we're progressing. And as Dr. Petty has said, we've moved to that research university piece. So we're moving in that direction. Thank you, Chairwoman Edwards.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, thank you, Dr. Ross, for that. And I'm sorry, I failed to mention that with the new program, with the OT program going to a doctoral level program, it will increase the number of professional doctorates that we get. That will also help us to achieve an additional Carnegie classification, or to increase our level in Carnegie.
Okay. Is there anything further? Thank you, Dr. Petty. The next informational item is an update from our campus public safety.
Good morning, Mr. President, members of the board. Just a couple brief updates. I don't see the slide. Dr. Petty, you have the slide? Hello?
Dr. Swoop has it.
Dr. Swoop?
Working on it. Do you see it? You
No,
don't see
ma'am.
it? That's strange. Just
I see.
worked.
I saw
You
the
see it?
slide.
Okay, all right.
I think it was up.
Yeah, it was up.
It was
It
up.
was up.
Okay, let me
earlier.
try it again. Y'all see
There
it
it
now?
is. It's
Okay.
coming up now.
Director, can you see it?
No.
There it is.
We can see it.
Okay,
We're,
you can see
we're
it.
on your office slide.
Okay,
the new
all right.
office.
Okay, I'll go from there. Yeah, our new police precinct, it will house 12 officers on second and third shift. Hopefully we'll get our computers put in by the end of next week. So we'll hit the ground running next week in terms of our precinct. It'll have, like I said, we'll have 12 officers inside of our precinct, and it'll allow them to have the students to have walking access from each one of our residence halls. And it'll also improve our proper response time as for calls for service. We can go to the next slide, even though I can't see it.
Okay, the police cars.
Okay,
Great.
all right. I want to give a special thanks to Dr. Carl Pettis and Dr. Kennedy Wakesa. It allowed us to have this $300,000 grant from the Department of Justice. We were able to purchase a couple of police vehicles, as well as a mobile command center. And anytime you come to any one of our large events, you'll see our mobile command center posted up either around the stadium for our football games, or at a concert at the Acadome, or one of our basketball games. Next slide.
Okay.
All right, we've added 300 more additional cameras, thanks to the approval for our great president, Dr. Ross. It's a $1.3 million upgrade to our existing camera system. We have so many cameras now that we have to set rules to them because it's impossible for us to monitor all of them. They help us in terms of any type of abnormality or anything like that, and any issue that were to arise on campus. Say, for instance, we know that the stadium is closed probably after 5. If someone happened to just pop up on campus or at the stadium at, say, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, each one of our phones, for our police officers, will be alerted on our phones in terms of any type of notification, anything going on, inside the stadium. Let's see what else.
That's it.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I had. I know we normally have questions as it relates to public safety anytime we give any type of presentation. So I open the floor for any type of questions we may have from the president or members of the board.
Thank you, Director Kendrick. Are there any questions from the committee members or any others?
Chairwoman Edwards?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd just like to make a comment that Director Kendrick, really appreciate your presentation. Since we haven't had an update in the past from you on security. Boy, exciting news about the new space, the fact that you're going to be more accessible to students, and the fact that you have that grant. So good information, really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And I just wanted to say this, the cameras are being added not to be Big Brother on campus, but to add more coverage on our campus, ensuring the safety and security of all of our students, faculty, and staff here at Old Mother Dear.
Any other statements or questions?
Madam Chairwoman, if I can, and as it relates to that, being on Capitol Hill and talking to both Senator Britt and to Senator Tuberville, this is kind of their prized possession because I think this was some of the first grants that they were able to award. And so we've asked them for more money as it comes out of the federal government, so we can talk about them again on campus, right? So, yeah. So kudos to you all.
Okay, well, thank you, Director Kendrick. Certainly, the safety of the campus and our students is of utmost importance, so we appreciate all you do in that arena.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Our next information item is campus technology updates, and that is Dr. Clark with an E.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sonia Satterfield. I'll be filling in for Dr. Clark.
Okay, thank you.
So a few things that we're doing in the Office of Technology is first, we would like to share that we are deploying a chatbot on our website for various student service departments. This is our phase one. This application will scan the university's website and provide immediate and accurate responses to user inquiries. This will help to make those departments more efficient and be able to focus on more complex works and services by having this immediate inquiries answered as needed. I would like to also share that cybersecurity awareness initiative, that is something that we have deployed over the last few years. And this is really targeting phishing emails. Everyone receives them asking you to click a link, give information. It's important that we keep our campus aware of the type of phishing emails that are coming, what they look like. And so this cybersecurity awareness initiative that we have shares that information. It gives information on how these emails look, what to look for. We also provide assimilation emails as well as a quick quiz on the things that they've read. The other thing that we're excited about is campus-wide access control upgrades. And so we are working to upgrade our access control in all of the buildings, including residential halls, academic buildings, sports areas as well. And my last one will be ActStinger. I ask you to think of ActStinger in the form of a chat GPT. This is something that we are working to deploy here on campus. We're excited about the initiative to gain campus feedback and allow that service to be used, especially in the academic arena, where our faculty would be able to do things such as create syllabus, edit syllabus, and serve the teachers as a IA assistant as needed. That concludes what we're doing here in Office of Technology Services. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Satterfield. Thank you for all you do. Are there any questions? Okay. Hearing none, is there any other business to come before this committee?
Madam Chairwoman,
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
if I may take a point of personal privilege.
Sure.
All right. I wanted to take a point of personal privilege for the last committee meeting, and to Madam Chairwoman, we did determine that the policy, the catalog is approved. It was the calendar that is just for information. Right. So I appreciate that. So I stand to be corrected. So that's my point of personal privilege. I appreciate it. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you.
It was a test.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I failed that one because it's been 3 years, so that's all right. But thank you all. I appreciate it.
Is there anything else, any other business? Is there a motion that we recess at the call of the chair?
So moved.
Second,
Thank you. It has been moved and properly second that we recess at the call of the chair. Mr. President, roll call vote, please.
Chairwoman Edwards. Chairwoman Edwards.
Yes.
Trustee Bracy. Chairwoman Dillard.
yes.
Trustee McKenzie.
Yes.
Trustee Witt. Motion carries.
Thank you.